Belgian artist, revolutionary, surrealist, dreamer, Magritte. Rene Magritte was born in Belgium in 1898 and began drawing lessons at 12 years old. Just 2 years later, his mother committed suicide by drowning herself in the river Somme. When her body was discovered, her nightgown was wrapped around her face, either intentionally or due to the currents. Magritte's early paintings were mostly impressionistic in style, with hints of futurism and cubism. One of his first works was The Lost Jockey, painted in Brussels. However, it turned out to be an absolute failure. Depressed, Magritte moved to Paris, where he first came into contact with surrealism. In addition to the depression in his childhood, Magritte was further influenced by the start of World War II. German soldiers invading Belgium created a sense of alienation and abandonment, pushing Magritte to his Renoir period, which can be characterized by light and happy tone, in order to disengage from the horrific feelings of the invasion. Due to these incidents, Magritte began to question and come up with his own definition of the human nature. He shows that due to conflicts created from the dark nature of man, people become emotionally scarred and, in order to escape from the confusions in reality, create sexual fantasies to satisfy their craving for love, along with escaping to the untainted world of nature. Magritte views the human personality as naturally dark and violent, sparking physical and mental conflicts between many, and, when fed by more negative emotions, results in war and loss of life. This nature is shown in Pleasure, depicting a woman with light brown hair gruesomely devouring a small brown bird alive, blood dripping, in front of a tree where 4 other birds stand on nearby branches. The emotion of this painting does not seem chaotic, but rather tense, with dull colors and figures in the painting looking in different directions. Magritte was also influenced by the stage character Fantomas, whom he recreates in some of his paintings. In The Menaced Assassin, a room is displayed with a dead body lying on a bed and a man, presumably the killer, inside, while 2 men holding weapons stand outside the room, hiding behind the door frame, trying to ensnare him. This picture shows the overlooming conflict caused by a dark nature within every human. Even though the assassin inside the room killed the person, others will soon become the predator, and the assassin himself will become the victim. As these cycles grow bigger and bigger, war begins. The mood of the painting is also very tense, with action seconds away from springing, just like the time period when World War II was about to begin. These wars and post-traumatic events cause massive emotional scarring to humans, making them question if the world is real or only perceived by the mind due to grief. The human condition depicts a canvas blocking a part of a window, but painted on the canvas is what can be assumed to be behind it. This odd occurrence gives the painting a mysterious feeling, for the viewers will never know what was really behind the canvas. War has already begun, and confusion is already blurring the lines of reality. This confusion is shown again in Not to be Reproduced, which not only portrays a man in a black suit having his back turned towards the viewer, but his reflection in a mirror as well, making this physically impossible. The man in the black suit occurs many times in Magritte's works, and is actually a self-portrait of himself. This painting shows that incidents, good, bad, or bizarre, can appear in anyone's life. Magritte is also showing the distorted reality with all the deaths during war, causing one to go as far as to doubt their own existence. Gioconda also shows this distortion, with many black-suited men suspended in midair. Everybody is very close, yet ignoring one another, as if they are all living in their own made-up realities and ignoring the real one. This is the difficult crossing. Its chaotic scene can be associated with the chaos of World War II. The baluster in the middle with the eye shows Magritte's feelings of insecurity and capable of falling over with the slightest touch. The ocean at the end of the hallway is either a painting or a window. Either way, it alludes to Magritte's mother drowning herself when Magritte was young, and the sadness that followed. Because of depression and pain, humans are desperate in seeking passion and finding peace, but are ultimately unable to find any. The man and lion are not where they belong, in the same sense as civilians do not belong on war grounds. Looking in different directions, the lion and man attempt to find some place where they can find some sanctuary and fit in. The lovers show a man and woman's head completely wrapped in cloth, leading a kiss amidst a blurry green field. This is the true love that could ease pain and that people could not obtain at that time. The blurry background provides an insight into the lovers' minds. They are so wrapped up in their embrace that everything around them ceases to matter. However, the cloth shows the viewer that, sadly, this cannot happen. Magritte shows that one other way of distancing from the cruelty of reality is by escaping to the untainted and fresh nature. The Mysteries of the Horizon demonstrates this longing for nature and keeping away from urban life, with three identical men looking far away from the faint city silhouette on the horizon. Leaving behind the city also leaves behind any painful memories. Looking in different directions symbolizes the future life that awaits each man, different from their past life. Two of the people are still gazing in the city's general direction, but one isn't, and he is the one that has a faint smile on his face. The Universe Unmasked shows a flat, simple landscape with an unfinished building, but the sky above is fractured into three-dimensional cubes. This painting illustrates Magritte's view that mankind is incompetent compared to the complexity of nature. Nature is also untainted by mankind, as there is only one tiny building amidst this natural scenery, making it an ideal place to get away from troubles in life. Besides nature, Magritte also shows that people create sexual fantasies to settle their lust, which reality cannot satisfy. In a way, this will also allow the imaginer to escape reality and their problems. Philosophy in the Boudoir depicts a white nightgown hanging in a closet, but the front of the dress is replaced with female breasts. A pair of high heels is next to the gown as well, but the toes of the shoes are replaced with actual toes. This painting contradicts itself, which can only mean it is fantasized and unreal. This painting is called Black Magic. Such a casual display of nudity shows erotic fantasy required to take one's mind off of the problematic situations in real life and replace it with lust instead. Also, the woman is gazing at the window, symbolizing the need to leave from her currently confusing condition to seek a more stable life. Artist Rene Magritte shows that although wars are horrific, they are inevitable, for everyone is human. However, it is even more important to understand what to do in such an event. What to think, what to feel, where to go, who to be with, and what is the best way to turn your back on troubles.